Welcome back for today's NFL pick video play for October 21st, 2018. And this one talking about this matchup here on Sunday night between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. The total number relatively high here at 57.5 points. Not a huge surprise to see this number inflated up to that amount, given the fact that these have been two of the higher scoring teams within the AFC this season. So the Cincinnati Bengals, they've opened up 4-2. They are coming off of a defeat in their last outing against the Pittsburgh Steelers at home by a final of 21-28. So a competitive defeat there for the Bengals. Not ideal when you're playing at home, though. And the Bengals, in terms of their numbers, 6th in the NFL in scoring. They average 29 points per contest. But this is actually higher than you would expect when you just look at the yardage that they've been putting up. They're 16th in the NFL in passing, 25th in rushing. And when you look at those kind of numbers, you would think that this would at least be a mediocre offensive attack at best, but the Bengals have been able to overcome the perception that you would have just looking at their yardage numbers that they put up per contest. So, and then in terms of their defensive numbers, 23rd, and that's a concern certainly for the Bengals coming into this matchup when you have a lower third defensive ranked unit going against Kansas City, who has been extremely dangerous in terms of their offensive output. Perhaps the Bengals can find the Chiefs a little bit fatigued or in a mental situation coming off of a really tough defeat in their last outing in a higher scoring game, where maybe they don't have quite the crisp play that we have seen from them through the first month and a half of the campaign. So the Bengals this past week at home against the Steelers, you would have expected that to be a really high scoring matchup given what we've been seeing from the Bengals in terms of the points that they've been averaging, as well as the fact that the Steelers can also be a very dangerous offensive squad as well. But the Bengals, they wanted to have their lowest scoring offensive performance up to this point. We'll see how that plays over into this matchup for Cincinnati. So going over to the home team, the Kansas City Chiefs, they opened up the year 5-0, and then this past week coming up just short on the road against the New England Patriots, losing that one by a field goal. The Chiefs are a very dangerous team. We've seen that from them all year, a very balanced offensive attack. 7th in the NFL in passing, 13th in rushing, 2nd in scoring, and then just 27th in total team defense. So when you look at the numbers of these two teams, clearly their offensive attacks rank significantly higher than their respective defenses. That's why we see this total at such a large number. But given the situation here where both teams are coming off of a defeat, we'll see how they bounce back in this performance. The fact that the Bengals all year, their scoring numbers have been better than the yardage that they've put up, and they're coming off their weakest offensive showing of this season with that 21-point performance. And in their last outing at home, the Chiefs had a matchup where the total only went to 44 points, so maybe that plays a factor as well. So with all that being the case, we're going to go and have a bit of a counter play here to what the public is putting their money on, and we feel like the under is going to be the better value play just given how inflated this total is at reaching almost 60 points. So we're going to go ahead and side with the under 57.5 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our NFL picks for today's action over at stumpthespread.com. Link down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for future videos.